Now, the Madsen stores of southern Minnesota, your family shopping headquarters, present the Bandwagon. From the studios of Channel 12, it's the Bandwagon brought to you by the Madsen stores of southern Minnesota. Each week, Madsen's brings you a favorite band of our upper Midwest with your favorite old and new style music. Tonight's music by the Marv Nissel Band of New Ulm. Here's your musical bandmaster, Chuck Passing.
All right, thanks a lot, and good evening, everyone. Nice to have you with us on our Bandwagon program, sent to you by the Madsen stores, and we're happy to be back again. And I'll tell you, we're really happy to have Marv Nissel and his band with us, one of the popular bands throughout the area. Always draws a good crowd wherever he goes. A nice, personable fellow with a good bunch of musicians with him. I know you're going to enjoy it on the Bandwagon program tonight. Have to say hello to our studio audience, too, an important part of our Bandwagon show, and it's nice to have all of you here. Some of you brave the elements to join us, and we're happy about that, and I think we're going to give you some good entertainment for the next 30 minutes. I have a few requests that we're going to take a look at and some special dedications that we're going to take care of. In addition to that, we're also going to remind you about some of the great things that are going on in the Madsen stores here in southern Minnesota, and I'm sure you're interested in that. The Madsen stores, with stores located in Mankato, New Ulm, Fairmont, and Waseca, happy to bring you the Bandwagon program. Right now, let's take a look at a few requests. We've been asked to do a number for George and Malvina Engstrom of Renville, who are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. They'll be having open house, or had an open house, on the 21st of April at the First Lutheran Church in Renville, so congratulations to them. Gilbert and Mildred Wishnock for their 50th wedding anniversary, April the 24th. Also request to play a tune for Mr. and Mrs. Francis Flowers for their 37th wedding anniversary. Mr. and Mrs. Paul Maros of Wyndham, who are celebrating an anniversary, tune for the 50th anniversary of Harold and Mabel Schwichtenberg of Kilkenny. And send our greetings out to Frank and Pearl Lamont, who are celebrating a 55th anniversary. And Mr. and Mrs. Fred Wolf of Emmitsburg, Iowa, also with a golden wedding anniversary. Mr. and Mrs. Arthur Benda, Sr. of Alpha. And we've got to request you to do one for the 71st anniversary of Mr. and Mrs. Jim Norgard, requested by their daughter. Then a number of people who are all in the Kossuth County Care Facility want to send out our greetings to you. Agnes Zumak, Barb Grisholm, Ben Hayes, Alden Reed, Betty Knutson, and Leo Brew. Okay, it's music time again, and this time it's waltz time. And also, we'll take a look at the roll-up because there are a number of requests and dedications on that coming up in just a moment. Here's the music for you. It's titled The Bluebird Waltz. Well, there you are. The Bluebird Waltz is the title of that one. Of course, we're all used to the Red Red Robin. He's come bobbing our way. Right now, good luck for you with the Bluebird Waltz. This is the Bandwagon program brought to you by the Madsen Stores of Southern Minnesota. And let me just interject a word or two on behalf of the Madsen Stores. You know, we talked a little bit about the new season. Well, we've got a brand new one on us. It's springtime here in the upper Midwest with summer just around the corner. And you're going to be spending more and more time outdoors, really enjoying yourself in the grand upper Midwest area, Minnesota and Iowa. And, of course, that's where the Madsen Stores come in to help you celebrate and help you enjoy the great outdoors by making it easy for you. If you're going to be grilling and barbecuing in the backyard, that's no problem at all if you depend on the Madsen Stores. And if you're putting together a picnic lunch or some sort of picnic dinner, no trouble at all. Again, just let the Madsen Stores know what you want. You can always be assured of the finest quality at the most competitive prices. The full-service stores, the stores that give you more. So this spring and this summer, be sure to rely on the Madsen Store nearest you. They're located in Mankato, on Park Lane, and also the great Madsen Stores at New Ulm, at Fairmont, and at Waseca. Got to play one here for the 75th birthday of Quentin Sommerfeld, the Sleepy Eye, also a song for Evelyn and Alfred Voigt of Glencoe, celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. There will be an open house in their honor on the 5th of May at the First Lutheran Church in Glencoe. For Dad, Martin Henson of Albert Lee, 79 years old. Mrs. Eldred Barbnick of Janesville with her 60th birthday. And for Jack Polachek of Wyndham, who is celebrating a birthday, never misses the Bandwagon program. Clara Lance from her birthday, 96 years old. Happy birthday to her. And we've got one here for the wedding anniversary of Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence Hefferman, and also for Wendy Kruger, all from the Arlington area, and the 95th birthday of Jane Norgard, requested by her daughter, Vivian. It is solo time right now for Marv, and incidentally, Marv handles that concertina pretty well, and I think you're going to enjoy this next one. It's a very pretty tune, really made for a concertina solo, and I'm sure Marv does a great job with it, the Christmas Toy Polka. Oh. Hey, how about that? I said it was a pretty polka, and it's a real pretty one. The title of that one was the Christmas Toy Polka, and very well done by Marv on the concertina. Hey, I want to remind you that you're sure welcome to join us on one of these Monday evenings here on the Bandwagon program. Remind you that the Bandwagon show is brought to you every week at this time, but it's videotaped on Monday nights shortly after 8 o'clock. So I hope you have an opportunity to come in and join us. There's never any admission charge. Lots of fun going on here and lots of dancing, and all you have to do is be in our studios. We've got some great old-time bands coming up in the very near future, and I think that you'll enjoy the old-time music is brought to you by the Madsen Stores in southern Minnesota. Well, we've got Marv here now to take a look at a few dedications and a few dance dates. And first of all, I want to say, Marv, that there was an unusual sound with the concertina. I didn't know there were keys that went that high on a concertina.
Well, Chuck, I didn't really know that neither.
You just found out tonight. Okay, fine. You got some dedications and requests there,
Okay,
right?
we have some birthday requests here. April 22nd for Mrs. George Hengel and Mike Grossum and Julie Furious. And they're all birthdays on April 22nd, and they're all from Sleepy Eye. And this is requested by Christy and Josie Hengel. He's the maker of that Cadillac concertina. Okay, we have another birthday here for May 2nd for Tina Repke of Stewart. We have one here for my dad on May 6th, Harold Nissel of Tracy. I'd like to do one for my brother-in-law on May 8th. That's Larry Olson of Lake Benton. We have an anniversary here, May 19th for Mr. and Mrs. Paul Farr of New Ulm. And we'd like to play a tune for everyone that was at Amboy Saturday night. We had a good time down there. And then we'd like to make mention that our new volume 8 album is coming out, and that's going to be entitled You and Me. And all these tunes we're playing tonight is going to be on that new album. So that'll be.
Is this the one up here in front?
No, it isn't out. It's coming out in about 2 weeks.
Oh, I see. You got a new one coming out.
Right.
This is the latest one there's been on the stands. Okay, fine.
Okay. Now for the dance dates. April 26th, we'll be at the Island Ballroom at Bird Island. And on April 27th, we're going to take a little long tour here, go to the Legion Club in Grafton, North Dakota. And on the 28th, there's a polka festival at the Eagles Club at East Grand Forks. There'll be 3 bands up there on that one. On May 4th, we're going to be at the Valley House at Hudson, Wisconsin. On the 5th, we'll be at the Pioneer Supper Club at Wabasha, dancing from 6 to 10 there. And on May 12th, this should be a good one, a Mother's Day smorgasbord at the Gibbon Ballroom. We'll be playing from 12 to 4. And on May 19th, we'll be at the VFW Club at St. Peter, and we're going to have Cliff Hearn will be playing drums with us that day. On May 24th, we'll be at the VFW Club at Dawson. And on the 25th, we'll be at the Coliseum Ballroom at Worthington. June 1st, we'll be at the Eagles Club at Faribault. June 7th, we'll be at the VFW Club at Bloomington. On the 8th, we'll be at the Valley House at Hudson, Wisconsin. On the 9th, we'll be at Pioneer Supper Club at Wabasha. On the 15th, we'll be at the Island Ballroom at Bird Island. The 16th, we'll be at Norm's Supper Club at Amboy. On the 22nd, the Valley House, Hudson, Wisconsin. The 23rd, the Legion Hall at Buffalo. The 28th, we'll be at the Island Ballroom at Bird Island. And the 29th, we'll be at the VFW Club at Laverne. And the 30th, we'll be at the Fernando Supper Club at Alexandria. And then we'd like to make mention that we have just a few seats left for our Las Vegas bus trip. There'll be 2 bands, our band and the Larry Olson Show will be going along, and that's from August 16th to the 23rd, and we'll be going through the mountains, and it'll be 3 nights of dancing, and a lot of good touring. Should be a good time. So we have about 4 seats. If anybody's interested in that, they can contact us on that.
Okay.
And that's all I have, I guess, Chuck.
All right, well, very
good. I think
good.
we should probably play a tune for all the studio audience. They're a great-looking bunch, I think.
I got to say this about studio audience tonight. They're a very refined-looking bunch here.
Thank you, Chuck.
And it's nice to have them, but you know what? They're an awfully quiet bunch. So why don't you make a little noise here? Come on, give me a good round of applause, you announce for the band. That's right, make a little noise. Let us know you're here. Music is by Marv Nissel and his band tonight. He just got through playing the Christmas Toy Polka. And we want to remind you that Marv is a very busy man these days, and he may be playing in your area one of these days. And if he is, I think you'll enjoy a great night of dancing by going out and dancing to the music of Marv Nissel and his band. And if you enjoy that kind of music, why, you're really going to get your fill of it because he puts on a great show. Here's a tune that I've always liked, and I'm sure he's going to come off very well. It's a nice waltz tune. Marv Nissel, his concertina, and his group with the Westphalia Waltz. told you that was a pretty waltz. It was very well done by Marv Nissel and the band, and the title of that one went with it, the Westphalia Waltz. I want to remind you that the back every weekday at this time by the Madsen stores in your locality, and remind you that we videotape the show every Monday night. You're always welcome to come in and join us. We start the taping a little after 8 o'clock. There's the schedule of bands coming up for the next few weeks. We'll have the Albrecht Brothers Band out of Fairfax next week that we'll be working with, followed by Lester Schuft and his Country Dutchman on the 11th, and after that we've got Bob Milbred and his band. Just a short lineup of some of the great bands that we've got coming up in the very near future. I want you to take a look at our studio audience. I don't know how many of them got on camera here this evening. Why don't you swing around here and take a look at the studio audience down here with this camera, and you can wave to all the folks back home. There you are. We're very pleased to have you here. Nice to have you, and we hope that you come back here again sometime soon and join us on the Bandwagon program. We've got a couple of requests. I want to send one out to James Edlund of Winthrop, who's celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to him. And Francis Norbertin of Mankato with a birthday on April 28th. A few others for Tina Repke and Mark Repke and Marlis Repke. Also a belated birthday for Martin Repke on April 15th and Ronald Repke on April 18th. And we've got a request to do on here for Marvin Seiss and also for Larry Sommerfeld. And I guess maybe, wait a minute, here we are, a request for our dancing and card-playing friends. Good luck at Pinochle tonight, it says here, from Francis and Leslie. Francis and, why didn't you stay there and play Pinochle? You're a lousy card player, that's why. Okay, well, I'm glad you got down here and joined us. Francis and Leslie say hello to all the folks back there who are playing Pinochle and having a good time at that. But we've got a good number coming up for you. It's a country number at which Marv Nissel excels, does a great job on these, and he's going to involve the whole gang in a country tune that's very popular these days, titled You and Me. Okay, Marv. can see why that tune is so popular. A great thing to listen to, and a great tune to dance to, and played to a turn by Marv Nissel and his band on tonight's Bandwagon program. I want to remind you that the Bandwagon show is sent your way every week at this time by the Madsen stores of southern Minnesota, and remind you again that with the brand new season coming up, the spring season and the summertime season, you're going to be spending more and more time outdoors. You know, the saying is really true. Here in the summertime in Minnesota, after our kind of rough winters, we kind of enjoy the summers when we like to take it a little bit easy. And that comes easy, too, when you go out on your picnics or when you're doing your grilling in the backyard. Do it the easy way by depending and relying on the Madsen stores, the full-service stores, the stores that give you more. I'm sure you'll enjoy shopping there, and I'm sure that you'll be very, very pleased with the savings you rack up by shopping at Madsen's consistently. So you'll be sure to stop in and see them. They've got what it takes to make that barbecue in your backyard a real success, that outing at the lake or at your favorite park or whatever it might be, a real success. They've got everything it takes, so you'll be sure to stop in and see your local Madsen people. There's a Madsen store, of course, located in Mankato on Park Lane, the Value Center, and the great Madsen stores at New Ulm, Fairmont, and Waseca. Well, we want to thank Marv and his band for being here tonight. Let's give them a good round of applause here once again, because it's nice to have Marv and his band here. Always appreciate their music, and we're going to see whether or not we get a little bit of a polka in here. Marv Nissel and the band with the Sauerkraut Polka. Okay. Well, it's about time for us to say so long to our Bandwagon program tonight. The fine music of Marv Nissel and the great crowd that we had here tonight. We really enjoyed their company. We hope you enjoyed the show, because we enjoyed having you along. This is Chuck Bassick speaking on behalf of the Madsen stores in southern Minnesota. Hoping you have a great week, and we'll see you next week, same time. So long now.
The Bandwagon has been presented for your viewing pleasure by the Madsen stores of southern Minnesota, headquarters for your shopping needs, located in Mankato, New Ulm, Fairmont, and Waseca. Join us again next week at the same time when you'll see and hear the Albrecht Band of Fairfax. Until then, remember this week, like every other week, is a good week to shop and save at your nearby Madsen store.